Hey guys, welcome back. I'll be with you just in a wee second as we get this tweeted out. There we go. Got that done. Oh, nearly dropped the controller. And I'm moving my camera around. Very nice. Alright. Okay. Let's get loaded in. There's Mr. Hercule Poirot. Now, I'm trying to remember we'd investigated what was going on up and down the hall, wasn't it? And I can't remember what direction we were going. Was it to the restaurant car? I think we were about to start investigating, weren't we? Yeah, the train has stopped. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what's this? Ah, right, okay. So I went the wrong way. I'm just keeping an eye on all these doors to see if there's any symbols on the way back. That's our room. How come I didn't see him sitting here when I first came out?
Good morning, Monsieur Michel.
Good morning, sir. Please enjoy our special breakfast in our restaurant.
This delay is intolerable. I am supposed to be demonstrating the Firenze in Paris.
Don't know where the best place would be to sit.
Your electric car.
We're not sitting
Yes,
any
that's bad
there.
luck.
Not sitting there.
My daughter said it would be the easiest way in the world. Just sit on the train until I got to Paris.
Curious
And
as
now
to
we may be
what's
here
all
for
going on.
days, and my boat.
Good morning, madam. The snow is a predicament, is it not?
I am Russian. Snow is no stranger to me.
Ah, the accent. Would it be St. Petersburg?
You are very perceptive. Monsieur Poirot, is it not?
And may I take
It
it?
is.
I have the honor of addressing Princess Natalia Dragomirov.
We dispense with the old titles these days. My husband, all of my past, was taken from me by these Stalinists. When they were gone, I became director of the St. Petersburg Museum of Antiquities to restore and preserve
Interesting.
what I can of my country's history.
Still, the delay must be vexing.
If I must be late for my appointments, then they will wait.
I know that I would certainly wait, madame. It has been my extreme pleasure to make your acquaintance, madame.
Au revoir, Monsieur Poirot.
All right.
A beautiful piano. What a luxury. Pity there's no one to play it. Mademoiselle, you are not concerned about the train stopping?
What can one do?
Indeed, this does not make the train move. You have great strength to remain calm at a time like this.
I know one far, far stronger than I.
And that is?
Well, that old lady, for instance. You have probably noticed her. She just has to lift her little finger and ask for something in a polite voice, and the whole train runs.
It runs also for my friend Monsieur Bouc, but that is because he is a director of the line, not because he has a masterful character.
You don't have to have a strong will when you have power. But I suspect I did not need to tell you that, Mr.
Poirot.
Mr. Poirot.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Fauchet. You have early customers, I see.
Yes, I am stuck serving here as well at breakfast. Everyone is impatient. They keep complaining that the train is not moving. As if I could get out and push it.
It's too early for me to order a boxcar. That is the appropriate drink, I believe.
A gin, triple sec, lemon and grenadine mix. A drink for a train indeed.
But not perhaps for my breakfast. I think I will settle for an omelette.
Good luck, sir. Miss Nielsen is helping to serve in the dining car.
Okay, so back to the dining car. Alright, is there people to talk to here? No? No? Where am I bloody sitting here? Am I not getting a prompt to sit down at one of these chairs? No, I'm just going to go for a wander up this end then. Don't think I've been right up this end, have I? What's that? Oh, it's the actual restaurant in here. Okay.
How long are we expected to be stranded here?
It won't do much good complaining to me. That fellow there with the moustache, he may know something.
Excusez-moi, sir.
Yes?
Monsieur Bouc asks for you to join him in compartment 203.
What about my omelette? Jeez.
Look here, Poirot. Can you tell us anything?
I can tell you the snow, it will not move aside on its own.
Of course, but you...
I am going to see him now. I will ask him if he has any information.
Jeez, so now I've got to go all the way along the other end of the bloody train now. What's the mind map for? Just join book. Okay. Train's too long. So he's in the room next to mine. Oh, there he's there.
My good friend, come in. We have need of you.
What has occurred?
A passenger lies dead in his bed, stabbed.
A passenger? Which passenger?
In there. He's an American, a man called Ratchet. It was his valet masterman who was worried that Mr. Ratchet was not awake yet. Pierre Michel, the conductor, decided to break in and found the body.
I see. Well, my friend, I think it is best not to touch anything and wait for the police to arrive.
Oh, I tried to call the police, but there is no cell tower for many kilometers. We could be stuck in the snow for hours. The murderer is with us. On the train, now! The sooner we catch him, the sooner we'll be out of danger. Dr. Constantine is already examining the body.
Mon ami, this is not a missing train ticket. We must follow procedure. We must wait for the police to secure the crime scene.
Please, Poirot. I will take full responsibility.
Book, you ask. Well, if we cannot contact the outside world, then... Oh, you are going to drive me crazy. In truth, this problem intrigues me. I was reflecting not half an hour ago that many hours of boredom lay ahead whilst we are stuck here. And now, a problem lies ready to my hand.
You accept, then?
C'est entendu. You place the matter in my hands.
Okay.
Mr. Poirot, I am Dr. Constantine.
Forgive me, Doctor. You are a medical examiner?
No, but I have assisted in post-mortems at Nairobi Hospital, where I am a teaching fellow.
I am familiar with your excellent institution.
I do not intend to perform a full autopsy,
Hi, Chase.
but a preliminary examination should be of some use.
Of course. May I have a look? Then we can compare notes.
Please, if you need any help, I won't be far away.
All right. I think he said Kenyan, didn't he? And we're taking a guess at 47. Oh, and a medical examiner.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
All right, maybe he's Moroccan. Oh,
No, not good.
Belgian. Worth a try, guys. Worth a try.
I do not think that's the right answer.
Okay, he's not. There's no way he's 89.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
I was listening as well. There's no way he's 89. Alright. Doctor.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Oh, I didn't change the nationality again. There we go. He was Kenyan, 47. It was
My
just he
little
was a
grey
doctor.
cells did not let me down.
Much. Alright, so now we've got to...
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you.
I'll take photos.
Stuck it just before 10 to 3. Oh, I can't remember how much it was, Chase. Alright, anything lying around of importance?
I shouldn't leave until I have finished. Where can the killer have gone? The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room.
Alright. Well, we don't know what that's going to be yet. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to use that yet unless we get the numbers. Sleeping tablets. Take a pill before going to bed.
Box of sleeping pills.
Okay.
This door communicates with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side.
Right. There's got to be something lying around with the safe code on it.
I wonder what could be in this photo. I wonder what could be in this photo.
Can't do anything with it. Okay. Nothing lying on the floor next to the bed that I can interact with. Window.
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
All right.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Booth. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m.
Right,
More
well,
time,
we
I
know
hope
it's
I can be more
quarter
precise.
to 3 or 10 to 3 was the actual...
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
In here this morning.
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
All right. Right, the murderer's way out. Select 2 elements that reveal the most likely way the murderer exited the room. Alright, so it would have been the unlocked door. And... that one was snapped, wasn't it? That was the doctor that brought that. So... the open window, there was no tracks.
Think, Poirot. That
No.
is not a good answer.
Forced his way out. Oh no, didn't want to do that. And that.
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth.
Right, that one for definite. It's the window?
No, not good. I do not think that's the right answer.
Must be the open door then. Yeah, it was the open door. Okay. The murderer was able to get through the connecting door because it was not locked, obviously. Alright. Right, we just did that. So why is it... Alright, okay, this is different. Oh no, it's not. It's the same.
I must admit I'm not right this time. Think, Poirot. That is not a good
I
answer.
don't know if it's that I'm actually meant to be doing this bit or not.
I do not think that's the right answer.
It's not telling me what I'm meant to be doing next. Let's try the window.
No, not good.
I don't know what I'm meant to be doing. We've already done... I think I've already done it, no?
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth.
It could be that I'm not using the right picture at all. That's what it was. Alright. So we know the doctor wrecked the train. Right, next. It's the only 2 we hadn't used. So that's why I picked them. I probably hoped he was going to get out at the next station through the window, but the train never made it. That makes sense. Okay.
So, the murderer must have exited through Madame Hubbard's room. That was easy.
Oh, that was easy. Right, Alright, okay. Who are the two people who could have seen the murderer leaving the room? Mrs. Hubbard, because she was in the next room. And Mr. Michel, because he would have been at the end of the corridor. Phew, that was lucky.
Voila.
Alright. Interrogate Mrs. Hubbard, interrogate Mr. Michel. Okay. Alright.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
Why not? Maybe I need to speak to him again. No, done all that. Oh, wait a minute. Something under the thing. If not, maybe I need to activate it first with him. Right, see, there's something underneath the... We're getting all of these white dots, but I don't know... Right, right, a gun, okay.
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready, yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police. This phone was deliberately smashed. I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside.
Oh.
Did it belong to Ratchet?
Was that everything? We checked the watch, it said 10 to 3, didn't it? Yeah. Alright, okay. I think that was everything. Just making sure. Gun. Nothing on his feet. Alright, I think that's us now. Maybe I need to check all of these first. We've done those. Aha. Not checked this.
Expensive clothing, recently laundered. Not exactly the reading material one would expect of a man like Ratchet.
Right, okay. Alice was walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10 flowers to make a bouquet. Suddenly the bouquet turned into a butterfly and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There were twice as many. Alice arrived in front of a door that asked her, "If you want to get out of the forest, you must tell me how many flowers are left in the forest." Right, okay. So she's walking in the forest of 1,000 flowers. She picked 10. So that would be what, 990? Or am I just thinking 990, yeah. Suddenly the bouquet turned into a butterfly and the flowers on the ground began to multiply. There was twice as many. So 2,000 take away 10 is... I'm probably overthinking this. 1,990, but then take the 10, 1,980. Let me just check. So 1,980. Where was the safe? I don't know how to. Right, 1,180. That was a good guess, wasn't it?
Not very surprising.
Call Cairo, check carpets delivery, Orient Express, call DC. Okay. White Rabbit, Fontana di Cnigley, AW.
Ah, a meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials AW. Ratchet had an appointment he will never keep.
Quite sad, really, isn't it? For each person, what does that say? Is that meant to be hurt? You will suffer the same harm. Your death is near. We never forget.
Unusual letter, this.
Right, so was that everything? That was the sleeping tablets. We've got the rubbish out of there, so I think we've got everything now. Let's.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
What am I missing?
The snow is falling only lightly this morning.
Done all that. We've inspected the body fully. We've inspected the luggage.
This door communicates with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side.
So I can't get into room 204 from this way, no? We've done
The
that.
chain lock is broken.
That I need to inspect
chain
further.
on the door to get into the room.
Maybe it's that thing on the floor there that I need to inspect. I don't know. See?
A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
Was that the last thing now?
I shouldn't leave until I
No?
have finished inspecting the crime scene.
There's nothing else to inspect.
The watch is broken. The hands are stopped at 1:15.
Oh, it's 1:15.
a.m.
I was looking at the
One
second.
would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred.
Maybe I hadn't looked at that properly. Let's try now.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting
Okay.
the crimes.
Still loads to inspect then. Something lying on the bed that shouldn't be. We've checked the glass. Maybe I need to rotate that further.
I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside. I'm sure I will find some interesting things inside.
Yeah, but it's not telling me what, if anything. Alright, okay, so it wasn't that.
This phone.
Can't do anything
This
else
phone
with
was
that.
deliberately smashed.
I've already checked out the sleeping pills. And that's everything that's on him. or around him. Get him to move. We checked everything in the safe. We checked the bin. Is there something here that I'm missing? No. Nope, there's only 3 items in there. Something somewhere that I'm missing. It'll be something really obvious as well. Right.
I wonder what could be in this photo.
It's not letting me inspect it further, so I
wonder
don't know.
what could be in this photo.
Nothing to inspect on the walls. Lamp. Nothing in the shower.
Expensive clothing, recently laundered.
There's nothing else to explore other than that, which we've already checked, which got us the clue. Ah. Why is there a bunny on that, I wonder? It's not letting me out the room to interrogate anybody.
The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
Right, we've checked all the clues. He's not covering anything behind him. There must be something that I've... Oh,
This
no.
door communicates with
So fiddly.
compartment
I want to check the
204.
tablets again
The
in
latch
case
is
there's
open
something
on
there
this
I've
side.
missed.
A box of sleeping pills.
There's nothing else down here. So what am I missing? I can't go out that door.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
I have inspected everything, so what am I missing? The roof. We checked everything on the floor. We've checked the body. We've checked all the luggage. We've checked everything there. It's just wanting me to go back. Maybe I've not read everything in the... Oh, let me just check that in case there's something written on the other side.
Not very surprising. A meeting place on the back of a postcard. Someone with the initials A.W. Ratchet had an appointment.
So there's none of them are clickable.
Unusual letters.
Yeah, kind of stumped now. We've checked everything. We've done everything.
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
There's definitely no tracks in the snow. Alright, so how do I get out to interrogate him? That is the question.
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime
I
scene.
haven't inspected it. And people wonder why people rage quit games. And I can't get through to her that way. There's definitely nothing on that. I've checked everything. So I don't get it. I've spoke to him, we've asked him everything. They're all done. There's nothing I can do. I'm missing something. Got to be.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you.
Nothing to do with the watch.
The watch is... one would expect that to be the time when...
Getting any of the drawers. Phone. Let's try the gun again.
Last night, Monsieur Ratchet said he takes precautions. I see now what he meant. He knew he was in danger and wanted to be ready, yet it was no use to him. I will leave it here for the police.
It's definitely all there is. Nothing folded up in it.
A handkerchief. There's a letter H embroidered on it.
It's annoying me that I can't find out what's in this.
I'm sure I will find some interesting things.
Nothing to do with the shower. Nothing on the wall. We've dealt with that. This is so fracking frustrating,
I
guys.
shouldn't leave until... I shouldn't leave
I wish you would
until
just
I
leave.
finished inspecting the crime scene.
There's nothing else to inspect. He's not covering anything.
The snow is falling only lightly this morning. The murderer would have left...
There's nothing to scan out here other than what we've already done. Nothing to do with the weather. Definitely nothing out there. That just
Snow
repeats
is
what he
falling
says.
The murderer would have left tracks in the snow if he had jumped out the window.
Right, so we know that he didn't do that. Guys, can you see anything that I might be missing? 'Cause I'm not seeing anything. It's saying I haven't studied everything in the room when I know I have. Wait a minute, that bottle, did it? No, it's not got a marker on it. Say what?
I shouldn't leave until I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
Alright, see what I've done is I've inspected him, inspected the watch, the stab wounds, the glass, the phone, the pills, the handkerchief, inspected all the luggage, inspected everything in the safe, the bin, those pills, the window, and I've spoke to him, so it's saying, and I've studied that as well.
The chain lock is broken. Monsieur Michel told me that he broke the chain on the door to get into the room.
So I don't know what I'm missing. Can't go into the adjoining room. Studied the pills, everything in the safe. There's nothing on those shelves I've to look at. The thing in the bin's just junk.
I wonder what could be in this photo.
There's no further prompt to say that I need to press something else on it. Pressing the triangle takes me into that. I have to interrogate these two people. That's all there is to do. I've completed that. I've done all of that. The murderer's way out. Maybe it's to do with the connecting door. Let's have a look. The murderer exited through the next room. That's the only possible way out. So I've done all of this. It's just telling me I need to... And
I shouldn't leave until I have finished.
I can't get out the
inspecting
room.
Crime scene.
I think I'm glitched because it's saying that I have completed all the things. The witnesses of the escape, so... So we've looked at the money, we've looked at all of those.
Unusual letter, this.
Can't even get a good look at that, so. Yeah, I know, because I can't get out to interrogate him. I can't get out the room to interrogate him. Mr. Michel's the guy, the guard in the hall, I believe. See, I mean, when I go to him,
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I must question you.
Of course. I must be considered under suspicion like everyone else.
As the doctor.
May I know your movements last night?
I share compartment 101 with Mr. Book. He would not stop talking about his beloved train. I listened to him for hours talking about his Orient Express.
My friend Book will no doubt confirm this. Did you know the victim?
Not at all. I noticed him last night at dinner, but I did not pay much attention.
Did you touch anything in here this morning?
I checked for a pulse. There was none. Rigor mortis had commenced. The body was cool to the touch. I touched nothing else.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He died from multiple stab wounds of varying angles and depth. More than one would have been fatal. I would place the time of death roughly between midnight and 2 a.m. With more time, I hope I can be more precise.
I assume the open window complicates matters.
Indeed. Conditions are not perfect.
But there's no open window. That window's not open yet. So, I mean, I have studied everything in the room that's to be studied.
I shouldn't leave.
And it's still not letting me out.
I have finished inspecting the crime scene.
Got to be something on the body I'm missing. It's the only thing I can think of. But we've done all of this.
As you see, the victim has been stabbed many times. Several alone would have been fatal.
Yes, I agree. An attack most savage.
I will, of course, prepare a complete report on my findings.
Thank you.
And then the watch.
The watch is broken. One would expect that to be the time when the attack occurred.
So it's 10 to 1, was it? Yeah, 1:15.
Stopped at 1:15 a.m. One would expect.
All right. The gun we've already inspected. There's nothing shown on his face. Nothing to do with the blood. Nothing in his hands. Nothing on his feet. Windows are locked. Nothing on the mirror. Yeah, so we've done all of that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing. We know it's not that. That's the only two items we can check in there, which we've done. We've already solved that. Then we've got the little rabbit picture there. That
This
just
door
saying it's
communicates
broken.
with compartment 204. The latch is open on this side.
Right, we can't get through that door, so it must be locked on the other side. Already checked the safe. There's nothing in the vanity bit. And we know that's going to be the rabbit, but I
wonder
can't
what could be in this
open
photo.
it. I can't open it to check what it's going to be.
I wonder what could be in this
Click
photo.
that and that's all it says. It doesn't let me do anything else. Yeah, so Simon, if you can find the guide, that would be handy. There's nothing else to check. We've done everything. Unless it's we've already done everything in the safe. There's definitely no other indicators. Wait a minute. It's saying restore the torn picture. Okay. Okay, we found something. Right. Well, let's see. I don't know how I'm meant to. Ah, okay. Rotate. Don't know how far up that'll need to go. So that'll go there. Maybe not. Is that even joined onto that? No. Let me take that one out just now. So I can move this right up to the corner. That's as far as up it wants to go. So where's the final corner? This one. Ah, is that on that side? This is a pain in the ass, hang on. There we go. For Daisy.
Daisy. Interesting.
My little grey cells did not let me down.
Right, so now we have to recap the events. What was this? Oh, that was the picture in the trash can. Right. Alright. Select 2 elements that help uncover what happened the night of the murder. Alright, well, first of all, he took sleeping pills. So he would have mixed that with water, is that right? Yeah. Alright, oh, can't remember
This
what
is
the note
wrong,
said.
But I'm never far from the truth.
It was under the pillow.
No, not good.
The time helps to uncover the events, and the fact that he was sleeping.
This is wrong.
No?
But I'm never far from the truth. I do not think that's the right answer.
That one and that one then. He was on his guard because he did approach us to ask if we would help him, didn't he? So, last but not least.
No, not good.
Or maybe it's that one and that one. Yeah, why would, if he was on his guard, why would he take sleeping pills? That's what I don't understand either.
I can't imagine Ratchet taking a sleeping pill if he feared for his life.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Voila.
Right, Ratchet's employees. Who are the 2 persons who work for Ratchet? He was the secretary, and then was it Mary Debenham? Mr. Murray was the chef.
I must admit I'm not right
Oh,
this
one
time.
of them right. Okay, let me try this weirdo then. There we go. Had to be one or the other.
Voila.
Slowly getting there, slowly. Alright, interrogate Ratchet's Valley. Interrogate his secretary. Okay. Alright. So we've
I
got all
think I've
these
seen
people to
everything I need at
interrogate
the
now.
moment. I am counting on you to finish your analysis.
I'll have a more detailed report for you as soon as I can.
Finally.
Poirot, did you find anything out?
It's a bit early for the handcuffs, my friend. Even for Hercule Poirot. Do not worry, mon ami. I believe our culprit has no plans to strike again. Monsieur Ratchet was the target. Of that I am convinced. I need a list of the passengers with their compartment numbers.
Pierre Michel will have it.
Here is what I have found out. Monsieur Ratchet was stabbed many times. I also found threatening letters in his safe. He had a loaded gun under his pillow, so he was on guard, ready to defend himself. However, there was an empty glass with white residue at the bottom. I suspect a barbiturate. Perhaps he was forced to take it. In any case, I am certain he was unconscious, unable to defend
I'm
himself.
sure
I also
last
found several
episode
other items at the crime scene,
we
possibly
heard the
related
male.
to the murder. They must be investigated.
By all means,
I'm
Poirot.
sure we heard the
As
male
fast as you
secretary
can.
saying
I
that he'd
also
given
found
him
liquid for an
a
electronic
sleeping
cigarette,
pill
but I
before he
could
went
not
to
find
his
a vape.
bed or
This
something.
might belong to the murderer.
This criminal is an amateur.
Tell me, Book, how did you spend last night?
This is a joke, I hope. Don't you trust your old friend?
My friend, calm yourself. I must hear your story in order to corroborate other accounts.
Ah, naturally. Let me see. I went to my compartment after dinner. Dr. Constantine was already there. We talked about his career. He's a Cambridge man, you know. After university, he returned to his country and has done much good there. He was so interested in the Orient Express. I told him all the anecdotes I know. I'm not certain when we fell asleep, but it was very late.
I must interview the rest of the passengers and the staff.
I'll be in the bar if you need me. We are hours late. Soon I hope help will arrive.
Okay. Right, so we're going to interrogate passengers now, is that right? Let's interview Michelle first.
Monsieur Michel, I must ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
No, there's been an avalanche
all,
that's
tell
blocking
me
the
about
tunnel.
yourself.
Very well.
So the
My
train
name, as you
stopped
know,
while
is
they get
Pierre
that
Michel.
cleared.
I am from Calais. I've been with the company for over 15 years.
Thank you.
No, not good.
Alright, he's not French. Swiss?
I must admit I'm not right this
I
time.
thought maybe it's the age again. He's not 33.
This is wrong.
No, he's definitely
But
not
I
33.
never-
He's 57. Alright. Oh, is he the controller? Is that what he is?
I do not think
Right.
that's the right answer.
French then. Back to French. There we go. So he's a controller, French 57.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Right, we want the list of
Can
passengers.
you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes, certainly.
Oh, there's enough of them anyway. Alright. So Locke and Schmidt are both, some of them doubled up in rooms. Some in first class, second. Okay. His presence
Where
at
were you
1:15.
at 1:15 a.m.?
I was sitting on my little seat at the end of the car, facing up the corridor.
Are you sure?
I left a little after 1 a.m. to speak about the snow with my colleague Jean in the bar.
Yeah,
car.
'cause
I
we
came back
witnessed
later,
that
there was a call.
when we looked
I
out our
remember
bedroom
speaking
door,
to you.
didn't we?
Indeed, I remember. Carry on.
It was the American lady, Madame Hobart. She thought she saw
Saw
a man
in her compartment, yeah.
Then around 1:50 a.m., I made the bed for Monsieur Ratchet's secretary, Monsieur McQueen. He had spent the evening talking with the English Captain Arbuthnot. At 2 a.m., I returned to my place and stayed there until dawn.
Okay. The last station was Belgrade,
What is the
wasn't
last station where we stopped?
Vinkovsky.
Could someone have come
Vinkovsky
on
were-
board?
Possibly. I was very busy. Owing to the weather, we were a few minutes late. We left at 12:10 a.m.
I would like to reconstruct with your help the events of last night. Monsieur Ratchet retired to bed. When?
Almost immediately after dinner, sir. Actually,
Before we left
before we left
Belgrade.
Belgrade.
Did anybody go into his compartment after that?
His valet, monsieur. Monsieur Masterman. And then his secretary, the young American gentleman. Monsieur McQueen.
And I'm sure it was
That is
Mr.
the last
McQueen
time you
that said he
saw or
gave him
heard
the
of him?
sleeping
No, monsieur.
tablet.
You forget that Monsieur Ratchet rang his bell around 12:40 a.m., soon after we had stopped. I knocked at the door, but he called out in French, "Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé." I then left to answer another bell that had just rung.
Okay, so
Are
it was
you a
actually the
smoker?
murderer
Indeed.
that replied.
Do you smoke e-cigarettes?
No, Tobacco only.
Okay. Right, he was sitting at the end of the hall. Was that at midnight? I guess we'll find out. The train stopped and he... Is that right? I don't know.
I do not think that's the
I think I
right
need
answer.
to swap the... We're cheating here, guys, just for the speed more than anything else. Right, he was on the station platform at midnight. 1:50, made the bed. Alright, okay, I don't know if that really helps. Alright. No, see, I've forgotten already. What's the last one? I'm sure he said he was sitting... Confusion setting. He was on the station platform at midnight. So it's alright because we'd left Belgrade. That makes sense. So, midnight. Is that when he had the cigarette?
Think, Poirot. That is not a good
What
answer.
have I forgotten now then? Was it that one? And that one?
I must admit I'm not right this time.
That one doesn't move. That's a set point. He was on the platform. And he made the bed to him as his post. After his call, he went to the lounge car to see Mr. Fauché. After that, he went to Mrs. Maybe he had the cigarette first. There we go, that's what it was. I just had those mixed round. Alright, so got Mr. Michel sorted out. The next one was Mrs. Hubbard, room 204.
Good morning, madam. I am Hercule Poirot.
Caroline Hubbard. What can I do for you, Mr. Poirot?
I am the bearer of unfortunate news.
It's obvious with all the commotion that something has happened.
Madame Hubbard, I am afraid your neighbor, Monsieur Ratchet, was murdered last night.
Oh my God! I knew it! I knew it!
I would like to ask you some questions, but first, may I inspect your room?
Of course, yes, you must.
Okay. I don't know where she said she was from. Name like Hubbard. Let's go with Canadian. She's got to be older than 37.
I do not think that's the right answer.
She's American, not Canadian.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Alright, let's have a little nosy around. First things first. It's locked on this side, which we expected.
This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side. The luxury of the Orient Express is present in every detail.
Right, so there's nothing to inspect in there. That's what opens the doors, okay. Alright, so nothing on that shelf. Nothing in the shower. That looks like a door handle.
Here is a jacket button.
It's a
It
jacket
bears the
button.
logo of the Orient Express.
Alright, okay. There's one of the gold moustaches. We'll take that.
You can never have too many of these.
That's just taking us back to the sink. So there's not a lot to inspect in here. No open windows.
Madame, please tell me about last night.
The murderer was right here in my compartment. I woke up. All in the dark it was.
Yeah,
I was
because we
just
woke up
so
when we
scared I
heard
couldn't
her
scream. I
talking
pressed the call
about it.
button. I pressed and pressed. I heard footsteps running in the corridor, then a knock on my door. "Come in," I screamed. And I switched on the lights at the same time. And would you believe it? There wasn't a soul there.
You think he went back into the other compartment?
How do I know where he went? I had my eyes shut tight. The conductor came in. I told the man what had happened, and he didn't seem to believe me. I asked him to search the room, but he found nothing. I told the conductor to look at the door between the compartments, and sure enough, it wasn't bolted. Well, I soon saw to that. I told him to bolt it, then and there.
How is it you didn't bolt the door between the two compartments?
But I had. Well, as a matter of fact, I asked that Swedish lady, Olsen, Greta, if it was bolted, and she said it was.
How was it you could not see for yourself?
The toiletry bag was hanging on the hook of the door. I couldn't see the latch from where I was.
What time was it when you asked her to do this for you?
Oh, it must have been around 10:30 or 10:45 p.m. She'd come along to see if I had an aspirin. But instead of opening my door, she opened Mr. Ratchet's door by mistake. He said something quite rude like, "Not a chance, lady, you're too old." It shocked her. She came in. I told her where to find the aspirin, and she got it out of my toiletry bag. Poor girl, she didn't have a good night.
The same could be said for Monsieur Ratchet.
It appears Mademoiselle Olsen may be the last person to see Ratchet alive.
Is this your handkerchief?
No, not at all.
Yet it is embroidered with an initial H, like your name.
I don't care. It's not mine, and I would certainly never buy something so impractical as that frilly thing.
Are you a smoker?
No, definitely not. Filthy habit.
I found a jacket button on your table. It looks like it belongs to a train employee. The button bears the logo of the Orient Express.
Well, of course the conductor came in last night, but he didn't go near that table.
Still, it's a safe bet that it belongs to the conductor. I'll check his jacket later, to be sure.
Okay.
I have not finished inspecting your room. If you don't mind,
Right, so what else is there to inspect in here that I'm missing? Nothing under the bed. Nothing, the bag's not giving me a symbol.
Let's see if Mrs. Hubbard was telling the truth about the latch of the connecting door.
I don't know what I'm meant to do with this.
This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. This hook is probably where Mrs. Hubbard hung her toiletry bag. This door connects to Monsieur Ratchet's compartment. It was latched on this side.
Alright, so I think we've done everything now. Alright, okay. Let's check the conductor's suit. Missing button.
I found a button from an Orient Express staff jacket. Did you lose one by any chance?
No, monsieur. As you can see, I have all my buttons. It is not mine.
Okay. Alright. So we finished talking to her now. So what have we got next? Why can't I get into my thingy now? Maybe I need to go back and see Mr. Book, wherever he was. I'm actually probably going to end it here anyway, guys. Just there's Book there.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
I have not finished yet, but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you as soon as I can.
I think he's missing a lapel button. If you look, see the button on the left, his lapel is missing the one on the right. He's not got any buttons.
Please, do me the courtesy of leaving me alone, if you will.
Okay. Finish speaking as well.
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can add to what I've already told you.
What about yourself? He's not speaking. No, maybe I have to go back in and finish speaking to what's her face. Nope. So finished speaking to her. Back in here then. No. Nothing happening in our room.
Monsieur Edward Masterman, I believe. May I ask you some questions?
I can barely talk. I have a terrible toothache.
We have a doctor on board the train. Perhaps...
I do not need a doctor. I use essential oils. If you can find my flask of clove oil in my box, I would be grateful.
Fine, if you insist. I will help you.
Ah, so fidgety. Come on, turn around, Poirot. Clove oil, 7 milliliters.
By the smell, I think that the jojoba oil spilled on the other bottles, leaving their labels illegible. I must find another way to find which one is Masterman's toothache remedy. The weighing scale is soaked in jojoba oil. It's unusable. Ah, this old scale will do the job.
So I want a 7 milliliter bottle.
To start, I must first arrange the vials from the lightest to the heaviest.
Don't know which is which. That's the heaviest, I think. Then probably that one. And that one. And that one. No? Ah, that one's. Is that the smallest bottle? What have I done? Oh, maybe I need to. I don't know what I'm meant to be doing here, guys. It's not moving. Alright. So we're saying that's the heaviest one, I would imagine. I don't know how he expects me to sort these out. I think that the Lang-a-Lang oil is the vial with the black cap. In order: blue, yellow, red, green and black. Ah. Blue, yellow, red,
Now
green
that I know
and
the
black.
order, I think that I can easily guess which one is the clove oil.
I can't even read them anyway. The red cap, let's see if I was on the right one. I was not.
Here
Okay.
is Monsieur Masterman's remedy.
Okay.
Here is your remedy. I hope it will help.
Thank you very much, sir. Ah, well, I can finally speak without too much pain. I'm ready to answer your questions.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's valet?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Were you told that your employer was murdered?
Yes, sir. A very shocking occurrence.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
At what hour did you last see Monsieur Ratchet?
It must have been around 9 p.m., sir. That or a little after. I went to bed around 10:30 p.m., same as the person who shares my room, Mr. Foscarelli. He almost immediately began snoring.
What did you do then?
I read, sir, and I spent a while soothing my toothache with clove oil and listening to the snoring.
Did you hear anything during the night?
Yes, my roommate's snoring.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, sir. I have a cigarette now and then to relax.
Tell me about your employer, Monsieur Ratchet.
I've been working for him for 9 months. I should not wish to speak ill of the dead, but he was not a gentleman, sir.
Did you know that he had enemies?
Yes, sir. I heard him discussing some threatening letters, sir, with Mr. McQueen.
Did he mention these letters to you?
He had been reading a letter when I came in. He asked me if I was the one who put it in his compartment. I told him that I had done no such thing, and he should report it to the police at the next station.
How did he respond?
He laughed, sir.
You're joking.
I do not joke, sir.
Forgive me, I can see you do not. Was he taking sleeping pills?
Always when traveling by train, sir. He said he couldn't sleep otherwise. Last night he asked me to give him 2. I did so, along with a glass of water. He dissolved them in the water.
Did you see him drink the water?
No, sir. I left right after I gave him the pills.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No. He finds smokers disgusting.
Can you tell me again why you gave sleeping pills to Monsieur Ratchet?
Yes, I gave him the pills because when he takes the train, he has trouble sleeping. The letter must have worried him. He specifically asked me to prepare the sleeping pills. I didn't see him drink the water with the pills in it.
Oh, gosh.
Monsieur, I believe you are not telling me the truth.
What? How can you say that?
He received threatening letters. One, it seems, last night. Did you know he had a gun under his pillow? And even asked for my help to watch over him? I find it strange that he asked you for sleeping pills when he was afraid for his life and prepared to defend himself.
I'm sure I don't know. Maybe to calm his nerves, maybe out of habit.
It makes no sense.
Wait, please. Isn't it possible that Mr. Ratchet asked me to prepare the pills, but didn't plan to drink them for some reason?
It is possible. But I am a student of character, monsieur, and the Monsieur Ratchet you describe is not the man I met.
If you'll excuse me, my toothache is getting worse again.
I'm afraid this time you must prepare your own clove oil.
Right, so... Who was the last one? Was the other...
I believe I am addressing Monsieur Hector McQueen.
Letter H. Letter H.
Oh, sorry. Just an expression. My father used to say it.
You must have had an interesting childhood. I am Hercule Poirot.
No need to be modest. You're a detective.
You are Monsieur Ratchet's secretary?
I am Mr. Ratchet's secretary. Just over a year. I mainly take care of translating certain texts for him. Mr. Ratchet only speaks English.
Prepare yourself for a shock. Your employer, Monsieur Ratchet, is dead.
So they got him after all.
What do you mean? You are assuming he was murdered?
I know he had enemies.
What can you tell me about Monsieur Ratchet?
He was American. He was an antiques dealer. I don't know much more. Mr. Ratchet never talked about himself or his life, but I think Ratchet wasn't his real name. And he left the United States to run away from something. Or someone.
Yes?
He started getting letters. Threatening letters.
Do you still have them?
I have one.
Did you know that Monsieur Ratchet had asked for my help?
Asked you?
No, I didn't know.
He knew he was in danger. When did you last see him?
Last night around 10 o'clock, I should say.
Did you like your employer, Monsieur McQueen?
No, I did not. He was, I'm sure, a cruel and dangerous man.
Can you tell me your movements last night?
I went back to my compartment. I read a little. In Belgrade, I went out onto the platform to smoke, but it was cold. I quickly went back in. I then went to Mr. Ratchet's compartment to take some dictation for him. I left around 10 o'clock. I saw Captain Arbuthnot. We ended up chatting in my compartment. Then we went out on the platform to quickly stretch our legs at Binkovsky. He left around 2 o'clock.
Thank you.
I will need to check Monsieur McQueen's story with Captain Arbuthnot.
I found a diary in Monsieur Ratchet's safe. Did you know about it?
I kept a business appointment book, but I know he had a personal diary as well. That looks like it.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I smoke cigarettes. I've tried to quit, but no luck.
Can you give me this letter, please?
Of course. Here it is.
Time to die. That's all it says. Nothing on the other side.
Was Monsieur Ratchet a smoker?
No, he hated the smell of smoke.
Right, okay, so the last one. Ratchet talks to Mr. Michel. So let's go back to Mrs. Hubbard, I think. Although there is still Mr. Arbuthnot, but I can't remember what room he's in. It doesn't tell us either. I have got the... I don't know how to get it up. Room 106. So back the way I came. (106). He seems an awful... I can't get into his room yet. It was 106, it said, so let's go see if I can find him in the dining room car or something then. Oh, I don't know why I ended up going into my room. Alright, okay. So he's not in here. Just curious as to what's right up there. The front of the train now. Kitchen staff. And it's just storage, okay. So Mr. Arbuthnot's not up here. So where the hell is he then? Can't get into his room. He's definitely not in there. He's not one of the gentlemen sitting there. In fact, did I have to speak to her again? No. Okay. That's our room. So where's Habernoth gone? Curiouser and curiouser. Definitely not getting into room 106. Oh, that's not him. It's not him. Alright, so we've got a missing person. Okay, that doesn't make sense in the least. None of those rooms are letting me in there. Let's see what the... Right. Is that... Oh, Jesus. See people for opening doors. That is suspicious. Right, let's see what the conductor says.
Can you provide me with a listing of the passengers and their rooms, please?
Yes,
Double
certainly.
check. Right. Yeah, it's definitely room 106. Strange. Don't think he's hiding in any of the bathrooms. Can't get into that one, no. Unless I'm not ready to speak to him yet. Can't speak to him anymore. So maybe I've still not finished speaking to this guy. Alright, we've asked him all the questions. There's nothing to see in his room.
The train is completely trapped because of the avalanche. Hopefully not for too long.
Excuse me. It's just getting stranger and stranger. Let's go back and see Book and see what he's saying.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your
He's
investigation.
basically just
I
saying
have
what he
not
already
finished yet,
did.
but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I will report to you as soon as I can.
Oh. So I thought there was something on there, but it's not. We can't speak to these gents. Yeah, something not quite right about where that missing gent is. Just going to double check all the rooms. Right, we know it's nothing to do with her. Can we get into the room through there now? We did unlock it. Why can't I get through there? Alright, let's see if the doctor's got a report for us. No, he's not ready to talk yet. Okay. Maybe I just need to go into my room and fluff about then. Nothing to do in here.
The mustache comb to tame unruly knots. The finest of curling irons for the mustache.
Likes to. Oh, I've even got moustache wax.
To preserve the perfect symmetry of the mustache.
It's all about the moustache.
The left.
Yeah, so I'm definitely missing something, but I'm just not sure quite what yet. It's not letting me. I can't do anything with that. Can't get into that. There's nothing else in this room.
What can you tell me about
He was American.
Yes?
He started getting.
Do you still...
I have one.
Did you...
Asked you?
Skipping
He
through
knew.
these
Last
quickly,
night.
Did
instead
you?
of going
No.
through it. Right, okay, so we know it's nothing to do with that. So what am I missing now? There's obviously somebody I need to speak to, but I can't get into his room. But on that note, guys, I'm going to end it here for tonight anyway. Maybe I'll be able to get, maybe a glitch, maybe I'll be able to get into the room the next time we play. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm enjoying this game very much myself. So I hope you'll join me in the next episode when it comes round. If you haven't already, please consider hitting subscribe and the notification bell. That way you'll never miss another stream. So I'll speak to you all again soon, guys. Take care. Bye.